Hey guys, Knight here, and today I'm gonna be doing a freaking video on basically what has been going on about like PvP it up, like V2, V3, everything. And people are asking me to rant. Well, yeah, I'm ranting with 12 other rants, but whatever. I'm gonna be doing a complete reaction video, just completely my opinion. If you do disagree, like pixelize not here, please. Alright, whatever. Um, I'll just keep it simple. You're probably gonna see some stuff about V2, V3 right here. I don't really care right now about it. I'm not taking any sides. It's purely my complete opinion on this, and I feel like I had to do this. Um, Obviously, for all of you that do not know me, hey Elmo, but for all of you that do not know me, I'm one of the newer staff on PvPitUP V2, and I am I'm basically in like very experienced with these kinds of conflict. I've dealt with freaking people that have tried to do stuff with past servers, and I mean it's no surprise that this was eventually gonna happen. We weren't expecting it this early, and so yeah, obviously I'm one of the newer staff, and for y'all that don't know me, and I'm gonna try my best to keep this. What the heck are they talking about? Alright, let's see, Elmo, guard, chat, I am rant. Alright, what I mean is that we weren't expecting this, and I mean, we'll just talk about what happened and what I'm expecting. So I'm just gonna put it out like this: what happened like before, and then motivated V3 to open, and then what the thing that has been going on for the last couple of days between V2 and V3. I apologize for my background. Um, and finally, the solution, which I think there's only really one. Um, but yeah, so I have it all written down because I didn't really feel like memorizing everything. It's a lot to talk about. I'm not even joking. So sit back, relax, and enjoy my rants as it goes on. I know I'm gonna get hate for this, as this is a V2 point of view. Um, and obviously, I mean, White Fright got that really bad. So I'm gonna aim for, I don't know, 8 dislikes for this video. That'd be amazing. If we can reach 8 dislikes, that'd be amazing. I'm not trying to use reverse psychology. You can dislike my video, but whatever. So obviously, what has basically we're gonna talk before what happened. So a long time ago, I wouldn't say a long time ago actually. It was more like mid-November. Um, Rob recruited me, Elmo, Callaway, Death Style, Jack, Maddie, and Chris. Um, who else am I forgetting? I feel like I'm forgetting someone, but he recruited a couple people to start up the server. I mean, Drew and Rob, like Rob was gonna develop it, Drew was, and then they were both gonna own it like a team. They're pretty much partners, soulmates, soul brothers. We should say that. No bromance though. But like I mean, obviously, we decided to start a PvP at LP2, and the thing was is that we couldn't start it right off the bat. We needed to get money to fund it, so we made a FFA server called Flash FFA. We sold that server, or we're still in the process of selling it, but we're using that server to fund PvP at LP2. And it sucked to see that go to waste because we are actually trying really hard. Um, then eventually, Rob was Rob and Drew is like, all right, we're bringing back PvP at LP2, and yeah, so obviously we had like I mean we started it like I don't know, like this is gonna completely contradict the idea that V3 came out saying like that we started like we got done like 4 hours more than you ever did in like more than you ever did in 3 months. That's completely false. Like let me say that. Rob really only had less than a week to code everything, and the builders also had less than a week. We didn't even have a week up. Like we had to get everything done for the next Saturday, and because that was gonna be the YouTuber release, which sadly didn't happen because we weren't able to finish it. But yeah, Rob lost 7 hours of coding sadly, and that happened. And I mean, I'm not gonna go into detail because that's Rob's personal life, and I don't want to like spoil it at all. But yeah, so things went like that. Things got jacked up, and everything got like quiet. But whatever. What the heck? Okay. Please use Rob. I do apologize. I have to moderate while I do this. Like, I mean, I am a moderator, and I'm kind of keeping like pretty much everyone in the server. And this guy's questioning me. This is a PvP. I'll be very supportive. By the way, thanks so nice. Shout out to you for I don't know, completely spamming the chat yesterday, but whatever. Obviously we decided to start V2 not knowing exactly exactly what the community wanted. I mean, knew. Nobody told us suggestions about what we wanted. Like, I mean, we pretty much we had a Twitter, and people would have been like, "Hey, add this," or like, "Hey, can you keep it the same as this from last time?" And I'm like, that would have been great, but we didn't have that, so we had to pretty much wing it, and people were already getting hyped, and so. And we didn't want, and I mean, since we winged it, we didn't know. We were like, we have the green light to pretty much change things up our way sometimes, and that's exactly what we did a bit. We changed things up. I don't, the maps, well, the hub is, we added FFA and stuff like that, but I mean, and also we didn't have the waiting lobby world, so we had to rebuild that whole entire thing. Unlike the V3 that they had the advantage of that, they had the worlds, and we didn't. So we were trying to cope with what we had and start out from scratch, because that's exactly what we did. We started out from scratch, and we tried to make the best server that we can. And yeah, so and basically this love how you yeah, or is he complaining about it? It's like the anti-shit's being coded, so don't worry. And that is actually the name of the thing, so don't don't hate me on saying anti-shit. Sorry, but yeah, probably should have put like yeah, this person is just gonna complain about our V2. I'm like, come on, Rod's working his hardest for us. Like I know we have, like, who's hacking right now? I highly doubt you're hacking if you're complaining. If Pixelize wants to lose that donor rank, well, yeah, fine, he can go like that. And if Presto Mesto wants to hack, well, easy then. But this server will be non-extant in once guys launches. I'm like, what? Whatever. I don't really care about this. That's why I'm ranting about it. We're getting shit like this. This is the crap that I really don't want, because this is just getting horrible. People are taking sides now. People are becoming biased. And yeah, so I'm getting off topic of my order. So let's keep going. So what happened? Let's talk about what happened at release. Basically, we released, and we underestimated the severity of the release. We didn't really have much we didn't have much followers on Twitter. We didn't really hear from a lot of people saying, "Hey, we're gonna be on." But like, I mean, we did release the trailer a couple times, and then stuff like that. So we released, and I mean, I wasn't there, so I can't tell you what really happened. Apparently, Presto said that it was very buggy, obviously, because it was just released. Um, it was very jacked up. Like, there was a hacker apparently. I don't know what that had to do with anything. Apparently, he probably was crashing the server. I don't know. There's probably like a server crash, vanilla crasher or something like that. That's kind of hack that some hack clients have. But that's what he apparently said, was that there was actually a hacker or something like that, and a lot of people, like within minutes, he had 60 people on the server, and that's more than we even had Twitter followers. we were kind of amazed by that, but we were taken by surprise. By surprise, we were completely backfired on us, and I feel like we obviously were not prepared for a release that intense. Um, Not to mention that basically when the server did release, we the hub filled up pretty fast, and the hub filled up pretty fast, and um, we got locked out. Like the staff members got locked out of their own server, which was sad because we couldn't get back in. I mean, we didn't have the slots because we didn't expect this many people again. People thinking like again. I say I'm a new staff member. I wasn't on V1. This guy's right. This guy's wrong. So yeah, this guy's gonna judge me for not being on V1. That's sad. All right. Well, um, basically, what happened was um things that happened was that the next day, like they're very buggy. Like I mean, obviously, like some of the bugs we couldn't even find. Like you have to understand, we were in bug testing mode, and like I mean, we couldn't delay it anymore because if we did try to delay it anymore, it would become worse with everything, like really bad. Like we were already starting to get hate. We were starting to get complaints. Like I mean, that's the internet. People want something, and you have to give it to them. So we did just that the next day. Obviously, very buggy. Like we had but like I mean, understand that some of the bugs we couldn't find unless we had like a ton of people join the server. Because if, for example, the spawning in a different place was like usually glitch for when someone first joins the server, and when someone first joins the server, like we couldn't find that because we were already on the server. So yeah, so Rob is working on those bugs, and I mean, let's talk like I mean after that it was pretty bad the second day too. The third day, which was yesterday, went all right. I mean, not the best. All right. Hopefully today's better. I don't want to see any more jack shit with the V3 community, like these people right here. Um, and then let's so next I'm gonna be really talking about the conflicts that's going on. So that was pretty much the history of what happened. Next is pretty much the um okay. Next is pretty much the history about the the next is pretty much the history about like no okay. Let me restart. Alright. I'm not gonna start over, but the history about what happened in the I already talked about the history, what happened, like why this is going wrong, and ignore my background. I'm so dumb. Um, Basically, next I'm gonna be talking um wait a minute. Okay, so where were we? I was talking about basically the conflicts now that we're having with them. So I was looking at what happened with V3 between V3 and V2, like for the couple days. First of all, V3 like their Twitter was not okay. Like that was unacceptable. They had shit saying like going to fuck V2's ass or something like that, and also they were picking on Maddie a lot, trying to get her to join them because she's very popular and she's head staff on our server, and they're like they could probably use her for something. I'm like that's kind of rude, especially to a girl, you know. And next thing is like Chris's vid, like oh my god, like okay, this one goes kind of in our fault because I mean Chris did overreact a little bit. Like I do have to say that my bud Chris did actually overreact, and he probably shouldn't have uploaded the things he said. That was very biased of him. But in his defense, he was kind of taken by surprise. He didn't know how to react to it, and everyone's talking about Chris now. And basically, Chris like really like lost it, and he just really wanted to express his anger in some way. because his friends were like affiliated with them, and then they wanted to shut us down and stuff like that. It was a huge mess, and um, what happened was that Chris's vid got 30 dislikes, and I mean, TBH Ariana Grande, I think she made a video reacting to the also ranting about this stuff, and she said that his video she pretty much said thank you for disliking that guy's video. I'm like, okay, so you're congratulating them for disliking, right? I mean, I know like I might be wrong and stuff like that, but like seriously, his last video only had 5 likes and I'm 30 dislikes. I'm seriously thinking that that could have been a dislike bot, and I may be wrong, but it did seem like it was a dislike bot. It was like really 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 too many, um really too much. Like that was really unacceptable of whoever did that. And then not only that, he felt really depressed after that because he took down the video because because he was getting too much hate. Obviously, he pretty much got 30 dislikes in like an hour, which is probably not normal unless you have a lot of haters, which I highly doubt. For his support, the amount of support he gets, but I mean, he is pretty he was pretty depressed, and not only that, it was really like he felt really bad about it. Like it was really jacked up. Like I don't think that that was needed. Like first off, the video is not needed. The dislikes were not needed. Thus making the basically it wasn't needed for him to be depressed like that. If you know what I mean. And I okay. Um. Uh. Okay. Yeah, I caught this guy flying. Let's see if I can get him on video. Okay, let me see. But next, moving on around is the V3 immaturity, and that was probably in Ben's video, including um Ben's video about the Ben's video. Oh, never mind. I was just about to say what the heck. But Ben's video was really about like the PvPitUP V3 reactions was very um was bragging and very was very biased. I mean I didn't really like the way he made it. I mean, one thing is to show off your builds and make a trailer or something like that, but another thing is saying crap like that and like just completely name calling everyone. And that was really 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 bad of him. I really suggest that he takes that down because it's really immature of him, really obnoxious, and like Rob said, unprofessional. Um, the next thing is Ben also posted a link on global chat, to a video about what's it called, about lunar pools when he joined the server, about him apparently where'd he go, um lunar pools apparently making sounds that were inappropriate. That was posted in global chat, and I wanted to punish him, and then he called me out as being a bad staff in code words because he said that Drew didn't ban him, or he didn't punish him for that. When I mean, it's obvious, it's a link with inappropriate content in it displayed in global chat, should be punishable. And not only that, next I have to kind of swoop over to our side and see something about our side. Like, we I Presto claimed that we were jealous, and I have to say that to a certain extent, he is right. Um, our team was like was jealous about the support, pretty much about that V3 was getting. Um, because I mean we didn't have the resources that they had. They had they had like I mean they knew what they wanted. They were pretty much the community. We didn't have that when making the server, and other things. Um, did claim yes, we were jealous of them, and so yes, Presto, you were right. We were jealous, and obviously that can be explained with Right's video. He wanted to tell him to fuck off, but like I mean, obviously that didn't work out for him, and so yeah, jealousy was a huge problem in the V2 staff team, and we're trying to fix that. Um, the let me see, the name calling, especially the name calling by V3, like we're not name calling at all, but they are name calling us. Where you people that don't know what name calling is when you compare your server to the other one and say this one is so much better, join ours, the other one's shit. Um, and everyone, and then basically like a ton of bandwagon and yeah, a ton of shit like that. Obviously they did it on their server trailer, saying that we did like in saying that they're gonna do it right, that we did it wrong and stuff like that. Like that was complete name calling. Same thing with the server reactions video. That was very name calling, and I mean, bragging, very name calling too. Like all they did was compare themselves to us, and I mean, that is totally what deserves its name to be name calling. Um, the next was probably a meme, and this one was the meme was horrible. Like the one about like V2 having an army and V3 having Sky. Like, I mean, I understand y'all having Sky, and he's a really good developer, but I mean, like, stuff doesn't make really much of a difference. Like, we're both gonna be the same server in the end. We're both gonna be an SG server. It's just gonna be a stalemate. So there's no way you're gonna break it. There's no way it's gonna. Well, I'll take that back. There's no way that that two servers with the exact same name and with the exact same game modes is gonna be completely different. Other one might have different maps. The other one might have different things, but I already saw like stuff from the V3 reactions thing that they're gonna have a lot of the stuff we did. So like survival games maps, like MCSG maps, like they might Holiday Resort was probably gonna be one of them. Alaskan Village was gonna be one of them. Like I mean, they're pretty much they're taking some of our ideas, and I mean, if they wanted some of our ideas, like if they liked it, they could have just given us a chance, you know, but they didn't, and that's what I'm gonna talk about later. Um, Next thing was legit bias. Like the bias between both servers was horrible. Like I'm not even joking. There's so much bias going on. It's not even them. It's also us. And the community too. They're taking sides. We have some people that want to stay in V2, some that want to go to V3, and some like this guy says that we're gonna be fucked once that this server's going down. Once we're probably not. I don't know what's gonna happen. I just want this conflict to end. That's really most of it. Like the biasness is shit. That's bullshit. Everything that's going on with the biasness is just gonna lead to more conflict, drama, and it's obviously not. It's gonna make the tensions between the servers worse, and it's gonna ruin this PvPitUP community. We're gonna have a V1 and a V2 community. That's gonna be the most jacked up shit in the world. That's like North Korea, South Korea. Like to put it into fucking perspective. North Sudan and South Sudan. Let's put into that fucking perspective as well. South Sudan's the V3 here. And then, oh, sorry, I got my paper. And, next I'm just gonna talk about the merge, because this is a huge topic. People are saying that the merge is going on. People are saying that the merge is horrible. No, it's not gonna happen. It's not a good idea. It's a good idea. It's not a good idea. It's a good idea. Obviously, I'm on the edge. I don't know what the hell to do. I mean, there's some factors why I want to merge, some factors why I don't want to merge. Mostly the don't want to merge ones for my factors is the maturity of the V3 staff members, and basically let's talk about the merge. Obviously, what it was gonna be, like, this is the way it was told. I was told it was gonna be. Like, I don't know if anyone wants. This is the way that I was told it was gonna be. If I'm not supposed to say it, well, sorry, but it was supposed to say be Sky joining our developing team, and pretty much it. That was pretty much the merge. It was just gonna be adding on the V2. That's pretty much it. So I apologize if you're a V3 member and that doesn't want to merge, but yeah. Um, Sorry for the V3 staff members. Yeah. But like, I mean, that was pretty much it. Like, we knew like Sky didn't want to be like with the immature people also. So that's why he wanted to merge with us, mostly because he didn't want the immature people like Ben and Charizard player like saying shit about their server, name calling and stuff like that. So he offered a merge. Drew was in for it. Robert and Maddie weren't really much reasoning wise because there were like Twitter Skype calls and stuff about them. That was really not cool from Sky. He should really be ashamed from that. Like, really, don't call out flame to other people and then expect to try to make convince them to allow you to join forces with them, because that won't work out very well. So unless the conflicts get resolved and there's an agreement, I don't think that there will be a merge, but there can be a merge if things go well. So if y'all encourage that to happen, um, it might happen. But like, I mean, you can't take sides in this situation because, like I said, you're splitting up the community. You have to, if you want the merge, you have to support it. If you want the community united, you need to support that merge. And I'm encouraging you to do so if you want this community uh, together. If you want it separate and completely jack shit up your way, then fine. I don't really care which way it goes, as long as I do my work and my part in what I have to do. If I do what I'm told and I do my right work, then that's how I am satisfied. But it's the community that helps out a lot in this situation. Um, Also, my position was on the edge. Like I said before, I don't know whether I should be on the merge or should it not be. And next, I'm going to talk about how V2 could have been given a chance. Like, I know that y'all were like disappointed with some of the bugs and stuff on the second day of release, or yeah, especially the first day. That was really bad. I wasn't there, thank God. But um, what I mean is that I really feel like the server was not really given much of a chance to even grow from the beta stage, because everyone just judged it from looking at it and then just left. What the? He's just lying. Alright, I'm just gonna ignore it. He's probably just lagging or something. But yeah, the server was not given much of a chance, like, in my opinion. They didn't even allow us to take suggestions. Like, we have a forum post all about suggestions, and y'all did never used it. Y'all just went on and did your own shit. Like, that's exactly what B3 was. It was just a judgment of the server, thinking that it was bad at the start. Well, it'll get better as it goes. Have you ever thought of that? Like, I mean, y'all have to, like, I mean, especially V3 supporters have to think about how V2 was gonna come out. Like, it wasn't just gonna be like this. Like, I mean, this was only a beta stage, and I mean, I know it wasn't ready, but like, I mean, like I said before, this needed to be released, given something out to the public, because the public was gonna get hateful, and probably B3 would have ended up coming out anyways if we didn't release it in time, because they would have taken matters into their own hands. I'm gonna conclude this entire rant, saying that, like, I mean, Rob might not be the best developer, but I mean, throughout the circumstances, being oblivious of all of the entire community and stuff like that. Like, I mean, I think he did a good job, and I think we should all be proud of him, because without him, like, PvP it up won't be would have not come back. Like, I know that the V3 supporters are like, this is shit, but at least you got something. I mean, this is something that without Rob, you would have not gotten. Without Rob and Drew, uh, dedicating themselves, like nothing would have happened. This, like PvPitUP would have stayed dead, and that's exactly what we tried to do. We tried to revive it, and that's exactly what we attempted to do, and it led to drama and conflict. That's not what we wanted. We want this to stay alright. So don't harass, don't name call, uh don't like insult people like Rob and Drew. Like I mean especially Rob because people say that he's a bad developer. He's actually a really good developer. He's taking on the biggest challenge that he's ever had. He he obviously this is a huge test for him. He wants to succeed. And I'm supporting him all the way to make sure that he does this correctly. So, make sure that you throughout the entire circumstances that you support the developers, like especially Rob. He's working his ass off for us. I mean, he's developing like I don't know, like 6 to 7 hours a day just to get it up, and he's never really done like these plugins before. So yeah, it's okay to be buggy. Like I mean, I understand it if he's a newest developer to like us plugins and stuff like that. I mean, I don't see really much any conflict here on the FFA because I mean the FFA is alright. Um, um, because I mean the FFA is alright, but I mean, SG is the biggest problem here, also because he's literally putting SG. But I hope that everything turns out alright. And yeah, I'm just hoping that this rant wasn't so confusing. And like I said before, um, and yeah, so I'd like to say thank you for watching or listening, obviously. Um, I don't know who Vinny was. Oh yeah, Vinny's a friend of Maddie. Alright, well, I want to say thank you for watching, and please state your comments and your opinions down on the description because I want to know what is going on. So with y'all and what your opinions is, I really say that you support both servers because if you stay biased, it's not gonna end up well. If you want to make sure that the community stays united, you have to support both servers. Other than that, it's not going to be a great idea. Other than that, you should just back off and not even stay biased. You should not even say anything about any other server because the name calling, like, I mean, really the only people that should be being biased right here are the staff members. And I'm obviously not being I'm not doing a good job of being biased, obviously, because I'm supporting E3 also a little bit. But I also am I'm not in agreement with all of V3's things. I'm not in agreement with all of V2's things. But as a V2 staff member, I know more about V2, so I'm gonna stay reliant to V2 right now. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a dislike, like I said before. And I hope y'all have a nice day. Thank you. Bye. Thanks for reading, listening also on this rant. Bye. So hard to get out talking, gosh darn it.